guys, I just quickly want to jump on a conversation that the whole world is having currently, and that is really such a sensitive conversation to have, and that many people are broken and many people are hurt when it comes to this story. So the story that I want to talk about is about Nolan Wells. It's actually Nolan Xavier Wells. Now, what happened to this young man is that he was found dead on an island on Mississippi. And he went with a group of friends to Mississippi, and the next day he was found dead on this particular island. Now, here's the thing for me. I just want to quickly share with you the things that I really find just strange and odd about the story. Now, the first thing here is when the friends was asked, questions around what happened between the time they were with Nolan and Nolan being found dead. So some of them answered and said no, or all of them said no. Nolan decided to leave the boat and go to the island while they were leaving. So that to me, I find very strange. That is a red flag. Because first of all, if we are a group of friends and we go anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where it is, we are a group of friends and we go anywhere. If one of our friends decides to leave, is either we refuse that he leaves, or we're going to live with him, remain with him, and then we're going to leave altogether. So for them to leave and not to ask questions and not come and look for him, that to me, that was very strange. I mean, did they really have a relationship with this guy? Did they really care about him? It seems just off to me. So the second thing for me that is very off is when they found the body of Nolan dead. None of these friends said anything on their social media. Rather, they all went mute. Some of them went private, some of them deleted their social media, and that seems very strange to me. But I was thinking maybe because one of the learners or the students that was with Nolan, who's part of Nolan's friends circle, the parent of that boy is a judge. So I think that maybe the parent gave them advice rather not to engage or say anything and not respond or whatever the case may be. But I find that very odd that none of them said something. If they really had a relationship with that boy and they saw him as a friend, how could they be so silent and not say anything? How do they not have questions around how did that happen? Because they are saying they left him on the island, they left. Why don't they have questions? Why are they not saying justice for Nolan? So there's such something for me that's very odd. Because if they left him and they found him dead and they had a relationship with him, they had to be the people who had to speak up and say, we want justice. We want to know what happened to our friend. But they just went silent. Something seems very off for me. That is a red flag. Then the third thing that's very strange to me and that seemed very odd to me is the fact that they found Nolan on the island of Mississippi, dead in the water, whatever the case may be. But the phone, Nolan's cell phone, was on the boat with the friends. Now, I don't get that part, because I know if I am going out with friends, I want to capture the moment. I wanna be in the moment and capture the moment, whatever. We want to take our pictures, okay? And I know this generation with pictures, we you know what, we do the whole thing. So it was very odd for me that he didn't even want to take a picture. Yet again, some said also that there was internet issues. So maybe based on the internet issues, he decided to leave his phone because he felt like it was, useless to him. I don't know. But still, I just found that as, I find it very odd. I find it odd. That's a red flag for me. And then the fourth thing that's very strange to me about this whole thing there was a video that was circulating, right, that was found recently, and in this video we can hear Nolan arguing with this group of friends, and the argument allegedly is about the use of substance. They wanted him to use a substance. He refused. He didn't want to use any substance because he had apparently a game that he had to attend after the cruise or after the trip, whatever the case may be. So he refused. But somebody else also said that they heard also him asking for his phone, and they refused to give him his phone back. That was also strange to me and very odd, as I find it as a red flag. Now, I don't know. The fifth thing for me that's very strange is the fact that when the parents went to fetch the phone of Nolan from one of the friends' houses, from the parent, so there's a whole thingy, yeah. They say when they opened the phone to look, through the pictures and things, nothing was captured of that weekend. Nothing of that trip, of that cruise, or whatever. Nothing was captured. So they find that very odd. So they're saying there may be, conversations and pictures, whatever, deleted. There may be. Now, that also, if they did delete some pictures or they did delete some stuff on his phone, that is a red flag. Now, here's the other thing that's very strange for me, is that rather people coming together and saying justice for Nolan, we now have created this whole story of this young boy. We have made it now a race issue rather than a justice issue. Now, this is merely coming from the white people. So the black people are saying, we want justice for this young boy. The white people are saying, you are trying to blame the death of Nolan on the white boys or on the white people who was with him. Now, they are saying you are ignoring the fact that he was drinking, he was using some substances. Black life. So they are saying that you are ignoring the fact that he was drinking and using substances as you black people live. So they are throwing in a black life or black lifestyle. So they're saying it's a black lifestyle issue. So it's because of the black lifestyle that he died. It has nothing to do with the boys. And the black people, this is what the white people are saying, are trying to blame the boys for a lifestyle issue. So that is the conversation that they're having online here. Many on TikTok, they're coming out and saying that he drowned because he was drunk, and we are trying to ignore the fact that is how we live as black people. So they are making it a race issue instead of justice for Nolan Wells. And that is where my issue now comes in, is that every time we are going to look at a person with the eyes of racism and we are looking at them and we are judging the case based on the skin of their color, we lose compassion, we lose love, and then we erase justice and we take justice out of the equation, because now we are looking at the color of his skin, and based on the color of his skin, it seemed like what happened to him is okay. And that is the issue that black people are having with this conversation. It's because of it's now a race issue instead of a justice issue. And that is also my problem. And that every time when we're going to look at any case based on skin color, we will never see, we will never see the crux in the story. We will never see justice. We will never see compassion. We will never see those things because we are looking only at skin. And if we as believers, just that people also in general hate black people, We are going to hell. You are going to hell as a white person who hates black people, and as a black person who hates white people. Well, unfortunately, you're going to hell, because Christ is not coming for a body. He's not coming for a nation. He's coming for his body. He's coming for his bride. He's coming for the church. And so this really it's sad that these things are happening, and that we are living in such a world where it's all about color and no more about justice. And I think if the narrative was shifted around, if it was a black boy amongst, let's say a white boy amongst a white boy amongst black people, it would have been a whole different story. A whole different story. But now it's a black boy with white people, and now it's about black lifestyle rather than justice for him. And I feel like the black community, especially the family of Nolan Wells, they need answers. That's all that they are looking for. That they need answers. And I'm saying that the evidence that is found, that evidence must be used to see if there is a crime committed, so that justice can take its course. And the same evidence, yet again, the same evidence must be taken and see if there is a crime committed. And if there's no crime committed, then it is what it is, But let there be an investigation, so that the people, the family of Nolan, the black communities can have answers. Because that's what they want. They're looking for answers. They're looking for answers because of a lot of things that was said doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. There's something that is being covered. And so they are looking for answers. We all want answers. We want to know what happened to this young man. Did he really drown, or was a crime committed? This is what we are saying. We are not making this a race issue because he was with white people. They killed him. That's not what we are saying. What we are saying is we want justice for Nolan, and we want evidence to show if there was a crime committed, and we want a thorough and a complete investigation to happen. And this is what they're saying. And it's not about race here, it's about justice. And let's keep it that way. So it's just mind-blowing that people can forget this is a life that was taken, and now they're making it about skin. The Lord help us. But I'm praying over the family of Nolan Wells. We pray that the Lord cover them, the Lord comfort them. And also that the people in America, the United States, that the Lord must heal them. And that justice also must be served. This is a very sad story. And there's a lot also happening in our country, in South Africa. And there's a whole conversation that we must have. But we pray.